Hello everyone, MFPallytime here. Welcome back to the World of Warcraft. We are still here in Mulgore, up on a really tall mountain overlooking the rest of the zone, or about half of the zone before the fog of war kicks in, or whatever you call it when your MMO can't really render this area past your site limitations. I don't know what we call that. We left our Tauren Paladin, our holy cow, up on this hill, and he's reading a little map now. Let's go ahead and continue in this zone, shall we? I did take the liberty of fixing the problems we were having with the storyline, whatever that add-on's called in the video description. There was I'm using the supervillain UI, like the suite, and they had a skin built in. Don't put your mouse down here, it breaks every time. I don't know what's up with this. But it had a skin built in for the add-on that does this quest text, and it was kind of just not working. So I disabled that, it's working great now. If you are prepared to leave Camp Narashi behind, I will help call the spirits to guide you onwards. Sounds great. Look, Pallytime, the rolling plains of Mulgore stretch before you. Our home, the cradle of the Earth Mother. Here, she provides us with all we could ever need, a peaceful and verdant land. This is what you will fight to protect. Actually, I plan on hitting like level 10 and never coming back here. But you know, that's a good sentiment, I suppose. What you said, that's great. Your journey will take you far beyond her sheltering arms to the farthest and cruelest regions of this world and beyond. They have to say beyond because we go to other planets and stuff. Below us is Bloodhoof Village. The first step on your true path begins now. Drink deep of the water of vision and let the spirits guide you onwards. I love how spiritual these cows are. Makes me feel really good. So what do I have to do? Oh, I have to literally drink. I have to literally drink the waters of vision. Okay, let's do it. What's it do? Oh, look at this. Oh, isn't this nice? So I'm having a vision of going down to the Bloodhoof village, and presumably my body will then end up at the Bloodhoof village as well. But look at this. We have the Razor Quillbore guys over here, and their shamans making all these vines. We can see a little bit more off here in the distance. This is the wall that connects to the actual barrens. I believe in here, I don't actually remember what was in there. This is the Zeppelin that heads over to Orgrimmar. This is the easiest way to get from here to Orgrimmar. And this is the village that we were talking about upon that mountain over there. We seem to have made it. Bloodhoof Village. Man, this is bringing me back. We're actually in a little bit of a rainstorm when we get here. Ahmo Thunderhorn. Hello, sir. Bane Bloodhoof, our high chieftain, once stood on this very spot and waited over this village, named for his tribe. Good to know. Welcome to Bloodhoof Village, hero. I am glad the spirits have guided you here safely. Yeah, I turned into a fucking ghost bird, and all of a sudden I was here. It's pretty cool. There are many conflicts that wound this land. It is my hope that you will not bear witness to as many of them as our leaders have. Yet there is one that I would ask you to seek. It will give you some sense of how terrible, if left unchecked, even a small threat can be to this land. Pale-Mane gnolls have settled to the south of Bloodhoof and in a cave to the west. They disrespect our attempts to communicate with them, and they slay the wildlife of Mulgore unbridled. Words are no longer the answer. Oh shit, this is getting real. We're about to walk up in there with all of our sunbro magic and slay these guys. Alright, so what does he want us to do? You want us to just straight up kill these guys? Because, I mean, I could do that for you. Yeah, he wants us to straight up kill these guys. So there's some to the south by the mountains that we were just at, but there's also some over here in this cave to the west. I'm going to head over there. But first, in the last episode, I asked, what do you guys remember most from Mulgore? You know, back in your time of playing the World of Warcraft, what really sticks out in this zone to you? My very first character I actually made was a Tauren hunter. I got it to about level 16 and then decided that hunter wasn't for me and started trying some other classes. But when I was on my Blood Elf Paladin, the very first epic mount that I got was actually this Kodo right here, the Great White Kodo. Now at the time, this was restricted to Blood Elves. I mean, you had to get your reputation up with Thunderbluff in order to be able to even purchase this mount. You had to be exalted. So what I did is, there's this piece of cloth, it's called rune cloth, and I gathered thousands upon thousands of this cloth, and I turned it into the Thunderbluff reputation vendors just to have the opportunity to have this beautiful beast right here to be my very first epic mount in the game. And I did it. And it took me a couple weeks to make that happen. But the best thing about an MMO, or the most rewarding thing you can do in MMOs, in my opinion, is setting a goal that's a really far ways off and then working towards it. And I just thought it was awesome. I just thought it was really awesome. So this was my first epic mount that I ever had in World of Warcraft. What do you think? Isn't he a beauty? Looks like there's 2 more quests in the area. We have one from Mull Thunderhorn over here. Our sacred wells have been tainted, and I will need your help to fix this. To cleanse each well, I must create a cleansing totem. Then you must bring the totem to the well and perform the cleansing ritual. First, we will create a cleansing totem for the Winterhoof water well. To do this, the land must offer its aid. Hunt prairie wolves for their paws and adult plain striders for their talons. They are to the southwest. Return to me with the paws and talons. So not only are we being attacked by, was it gnolls? I'm pretty sure it was gnolls. So gnolls are like these beast-like creatures, and they're to the west. Not only are we being invaded slightly by gnolls, but our water supply here in Mulgar is also being tainted by something. They didn't really clarify what that was. And then Harkened Wind Totem here has a quest for us as well. The swoop is a cunning bird and difficult to find and hunt. A collection of swoop quills is a badge of cleverness and determination for a hunter. If you are willing to take up the task, then enter the plains and hunt the swoop. Bring me their quills and bring honor to your clan. The swoops may be found anywhere in Mulgore, but your eyes must be sharp to spot them, and your hooves must be quick to catch them. So I already knew that the Tauren were all about the hunt. They talk about it all the time. Specifically, when I was a Tauren hunter, I thought this was focused around me because I was a hunter. I was like, cool, they're really immersing me in this world of hunting things. But no, that's just Tauren in general. They like to hunt on these plains. My understanding of it, anyway, is that Tauren really view Mulgore as a sacred place that can provide everything that they need. And that's why they want to stay here so bad. That's why they didn't leave when the centaurs were coming in and trying to kick them out. Now, that may not be true, and I would love to hear from you guys, a little bit more of the backstory as you know it. Turns out there's one more quest. I was about to leave to go do my thing, but we'll go back and pick that up too. This is Varg Wind Whisper, the leather armor merchant. Oh, look at you. A bundle of hides from the animals of Mulgore and must get the... Oh, I have a bundle of hides, excuse me. And I must get them to Thunderbluff. A colleague there, Hanu, God, you're just making up names now, will use the hides to create leather goods. Well, that seems pretty straightforward. Will you take the hides there for me? Yeah, sure, I can do that. I can do that, no problem. I think they wanted me to take the Wind Rider. I mean, I suppose I can. I suppose we can go straight there. I have always liked the architecture of Thunderbluff. Let's take a trip. Are you here for the Wind Runner? Yeah, or Wind Rider. I sure am, buddy. Take me to Thunderbluff. I'm ready. Let's go. Yeah, I get it. I got it. Yeah, I know you want me to go there. I understand. So this is Thunderbluff right here, and it's actually built on top of mountains, which I think is pretty cool. There's different wings of the city, and they're all connected with these bridges that lead to each kind of, I guess they're considered wings? I don't really know. I know they're kind of divided up, so the priests and stuff have their own area, the warriors have their own area. I don't know if that's actually, accurate, but they kind of divide them up into these wings. These elevators in front, I've seen more people die on these things back in vanilla than I've seen die to most other terrain. But you are really high up when you're in Thunderbluff. Oh, we're finally coming out of the rain. It looks like we actually flew over it, which is pretty cool. This is a city that not a lot of people come to. Again, that's the Zeppelin over there. Sorry for the shaky camera. That's the Zeppelin over there that leads to Orgrimmar. That's the capital city of the Horde, and somewhere that we're going to be going to soon. But as of right now, we need to find the leather goods merchant, or his colleague, I suppose. We should be able to kind of shimmy our way down here, I think. We'll just do slight movements to the side, try not to fall all the way down. Beautiful. Beautiful. So it looks like maybe in here? Cloth armor? Mail armor? The leather armor merchant. Notice he doesn't have a clan. Down in the village, what was it called? Oh my god, I should know this. Bloodhoof. A lot of the people we were talking to had clan names, and it's interesting to me that these guys don't. But hello, sir.
The winds guide you.
Greetings. If you are here for leather goods, then you will find my wares well crafted. Actually, I'm bringing these to you. There's dust on your shoulders that must be from Mulgore. You have spoken with my friend Varg. I sure did. He asked me to bring you these things. Ah, a new bundle of hides. I will get to work on these immediately. Thank you, brother. You have done me a great service. Here are some coins to pay for your time and travel costs. What a nice cow. We actually leveled up there. We are level 6 now, and he has another quest ready for us. Let's see. I've prepared leather goods for Varg to sell at the Bloodhoof village. Will you bring them to him? Yes, I will. If you have already been to Bloodhoof village, you know I've been there. That's where I came from. Oh, God. No wonder you don't have a clan. No wonder. All right, there is something I want to go show you guys before we leave. So we're up at the top of Thunderbluff right now, and I remember when I was first starting out, I was actually on a RP PvP server, and I came up here and I was doing some quests, and I walked up. This is the middle pillar in town here. So this is where the flight path is. So I just walked up this path here, and I noticed a lot of people were all congregated in this area, and they were all wearing nice clothing. I mean, one of the things that happens in World of Warcraft is everyone usually gets a mix mash of rainbow gear on them as they're leveling up, at least before transmog was added to the game. And there were a ton of people just sitting down over here, just hanging out, just sitting down. And they were looking over here where Zangin is over here. And they were standing here. And there were people who had put cooking bonfires all around this bonfire here in the middle. And it was actually a wedding that they were putting on. So they had the two people being wedded on either side of Zangin. And then probably about 50 people had arrived just to watch this happen. And it was a pretty cool moment. It was a pretty cool moment. It was the second moment that I remember most about Mulgore, other than the massive amount of time that I had spent in, just gathering rune cloth. A lot of comments about this place seem to be that you guys left about your memories seem to be fixated around this area in general as well. We have one from Pickle Jar here saying that he was out doing quests for Karen Bloodhoof, which is Bane Bloodhoof's father. And, he used to stand right here. He used to do Bloodhoof things. He used to do High Chieftain things and watch over everything. And it was about 10 a.m. and he was approaching and he was having a little bit of lag. And that was because there were about 20 Alliance guys all over here attacking Bane's father. And, when he hit 20% health, he enraged and knocked all of the Alliance players off the side and killed them. And that would have had to have been a spectacle to see. So thank you for sharing that. You weren't the only one who seemed to have all of their memories focused around this spot in particular, though. Dude, this used to be the place, apparently. If you're going in Thunderbluff, you would go here. I wanted to show you guys a pretty cool place here in Thunderbluff. One of my favorite places. I've been to it a couple times, but I just wanted to share it all with you because it's so easy to miss. I mean, not a lot of people really look around in this town at all. They just kind of show up, they do whatever quests are here, and then they leave, and they don't really soak it in anymore. At least that's my impression. We're on Spirit's Rise right now, which is the northwestern kind of wing of this place. And there's a pretty cool cave in here that I wanted to show you guys. I believe that this is where you get teleported to if you're a mage and you cast a teleport to this town. This is the Pools of Vision. And I've always loved this place because it's so different than everything else in the zone. It has a completely different vibe. And it's actually totally occupied by Forsaken, by the undead, which I always thought was interesting as well. Just a completely different feeling from everything else going on. There's a portal to Hellfire Peninsula that I will not be going through. There's some mage trainers down here. I believe we passed the priest trainer on the way over. And just this really cool kind of cave with all these mushrooms in it and stuff. Really awesome. Looks like there's some warlocks over here trying to summon something. If I can get up there. Always really liked this spot. Look, there's people actually hanging out in town. That's kind of cool. All right, there's only like 6 people, but honestly, that's a lot more than I was expecting to see. You know, I actually love flight paths. I think flying mounts really... Oh, we're back in the rain. I think flying mounts really took a lot out of the game. It made the world feel a lot smaller. That and being able to teleport everywhere, too. And the fact that the Zeppelins don't actually travel the full length of the world anymore, the full length of the journey. You just kind of hit a loading screen and then show up at your destination. I think that was a mistake. And honestly, I hope that's something that they revert in the future. Oh my God. I can't tell you how many times I've been here, and I never actually noticed that those are Kodo hides on the sides of this tent. I never noticed that once. Look at that. All right, let's knock out some of these quests. These should be fairly easy. We go ahead and turn in the... you know what? We'll save that for later. I do have an item that's actually very helpful that we can use here. This is because I turned in enough of the... I acquired enough of the heirloom pieces to be able to unlock this. So what this is a chauffeur. This is a mount you can get prior to level 20 that just helps you get around the world a little bit faster. And we can kind of sit here and Coke Hoburn, our chauffeur, will drive us around a little bit quicker to get to these areas for questing. So what I'm going to be using to get around just a little bit faster. It even works in water, because that's how motorcycles work, guys. This is actually pretty cool. I'm kind of glad I drove into the water. This is nice. There's trees down here and shit. So we have to hunt these plain striders. Looks like there's a druid over there doing the same thing. We have to hunt the plain striders, the swoops, and the prairie wolves. And I don't think it's going to be that hard. I did read all the feedback about the account-bound gear. And I understand that it's a very, very hotly debated subject. But as far as actually completing these quests in a reasonable time, the easiest way to do that is with the account-bound gear. The difficulty of this series, and what's going to be, well, that's what difficulty means. What's going to be hard to really do in this series is get that perfect balance between doing combat, showing quest dialogue, and doing nostalgia stuff. Because if I talk about one more than the other, or do one more than the other, the series could get very repetitive very quick. And that's not what I want to have happen. I mean, truth be told, I think if I really dedicate myself to this, I can make a better Let's Play than anyone's ever made before ever for the World of Warcraft. Not to shit talk anyone, I know there has been some very widely viewed and respected Let's Plays out there. I'm just saying that if I really give this my all, I think I can make a really, really good one. And I think part of doing that is just finding that perfect balance of nostalgia, immersion, lore, and combat. And it's going to be a hard balance. Looks like we made our way over to the Knolls, though. This is a poacher here. I guess he has a gun, and that's intimidating or something. They have a little camp set up. You guys want to see something creepy? So, Knolls are all over the game. They're not exclusive to this area or anything by any means. They're all over the game. But one thing I find interesting is that they always have the same tents. So on these tents in particular, you can see very clearly the face of a human that has been skinned. We're here, Thunderbluff. The nearest human settlement would be in Dustwallow Marsh, right here. That's a long way for some level fucking 5 Knolls to go to get someone's face to put on to put on a little lean over tent, don't you think? I kind of think so. There's plenty more on the outside. We don't have to kill any specific kinds of gnolls. So I'm going to head inside and actually take a look at this cave and see if we can find anything worth looking at. It's looking pretty basic, though. I think it's just kind of a hollowed out piece of the mountain. No, it actually goes in here a little ways. Cool. Yeah, it kind of opens up a little bit more this way. It goes deeper into the mountain. I wonder if there's like a rare spawn or a chest or something at the end. I mean, realistically, whoa, there's a lot of enemies. Not that I'm worried, but realistically, there's really no reason to go this deep, considering how many spawns are on the outside, and the fact that there's an entirely different spawn location for the gnolls. So I think this could be, you know, kind of an opportunity for the developers to reward us for exploring. So it came from this way. There are some copper mining nodes locked away in here. And it looks like it leads back up. Almost to like a higher elevation, but not quite. I think we're still lower than when we started. A little bit of a water reservoir in here. Everybody needs to drink. Level 7 achieved, boys! Oh, we actually have our stun now. I always put my stun on my Q. I actually always put judgment on 3 too, so that's actually been messing with me a little bit. I still remember all of my hotkeys from when I played a paladin. Back like several years ago. It's kind of weird. Looks like the path kind of splits here. Hey! Tauren Druid came inside. No, I want to find all the cool stuff. I want to find out, why are you here? There's no reason to be in here. So there's a little bit of a drop down there. Is there a chest up here? Oh, he fell down. Oh, he's leaving. Dude, nothing? Is there nothing in here? Huh. This is what the stun looks like, for those of you that didn't know. It's called Hammer of Justice. Stuns the target for 6 seconds. Has a 10-yard range. I have to find another enemy to cast it on. Anything? Oh, what a letdown. What a letdown. Alright, well, we actually can take this drop down as a shortcut to get out of here. So that'll be easy. And here, let me show you that stun before I forget about it. So 10-yard range, that's about right here. And we can just cast that and it'll stun him. So you can't really move, and we can go up and get some free damage in. So that was the elevation back up, so we need to go this way to get out. We made it out, and it's still raining. Still raining. Okay, so we finished off all of the gnolls. Now we need to work on the swoop quills and the prairie wolf paws. Before we went in, I saw a prairie wolf over here to the left. Yeah, there he is. So I think I already said it, but the Tauren are all about hunting, man. That's what they talk about all the time. So I'm not surprised that we're just slaughtering these poor defenseless little wolves. Oh, there's a Kodo calf just kind of strolling by. All by his lonesome. Oh no, there's the matriarch. Okay. I was like, that's a little weird. There's just a Kodo here by himself. Have fun, you two! Oh, that one's level 12. I'm level 7. They're too cute. I can't kill them. They're too cute. Oh, guys, one of the features that's going to be coming with Legion that I'm actually really excited for, specifically for the immersion of the series and trying to make this world feel a little bit more alive. And well, I don't know if it'll really do that, but it'll definitely improve the viewing experience. It's called the Action Camera. It's on the Legion test realm right now. You can turn it on with the console commands and only with console commands, but there's already an add-on being developed for it. And what it does is it kind of it kind of takes your character out of the center of the screen, and it'll move me over to the left. So let's pretend I'm here. Let's pretend I'm over to the left just a little bit, and you'll be looking at the world over my shoulder. And when I click on something, let's say I click on the swoop, it'll kind of lock the camera onto that and track it as I'm moving around. So even if I'm going this way, it'll still keep my character to the left and track this swoop just because I'm locked onto it. And it kind of holds this angle here. It's kind of hard to replicate with the default commands or with the default camera controls, but it makes it a lot more immersive. And it makes it look like, an action RPG. It makes it look like a Dragon Age or something. And that's going to be coming out soon. We are getting the Legion patch really, really soon on the live servers, and I can't wait to start utilizing that in this series. It's going to be so cool, and I'm looking forward to it so much. But it looks like we've done all the quests that we had from Bloodhoof Village, and I'm going to be making my way back to turn them in now. I like how the motorcycle kind of pops up for air, so our chauffeur can breathe a little bit. Dude, poor Coke, we don't pay him enough. We don't pay him enough. He's a hard-working man. We won't need him after we're level 20, which we're approaching, kind of quick. But still, he's a hard-working man. He really is. All right, so this first quest, we are turning into the Armorer. He's the one who wanted us to go to Thunderbluff to talk to his, what do you say, his associate or co-worker or whatever he said. We flew to Thunderbluff, we delivered the pelts, and now we're back.
I have just the thing for you.
You were back from Thunderbluff? Yeah, I literally just said that. Did you? Yeah, I delivered the hides. We already went over this. Thank you. He sent me the finished products. Very good. There are many hunters and adventurers in Bloodhoof Village now, and my business is lively. I'm sure I'll sell these goods very soon. Well, good, man. I'm happy to help. Thanks for all of your efforts. I am in your debt. Well, actually, you just paid me, so we should be even unless you didn't pay me enough, in which case, fuck you, I'm never coming back. All right, let's get away from him. What a scumbag. Still raining! Still raining! Wow. I picked a good time of the day to record this episode, you know what I'm saying? All right. Let's turn in... Which one was this one? This was, I believe, the Knolls? Oh, this was the swoop. This was swoop hunting. Have you found the swoops? Do you have their quills? I sure do, buddy. I know that gathering these quills was not an easy task. Actually, they were really slow, low-flying birds, and I was just kind of able to walk directly up to them without startling them at all or making them fly away, and I cut them in half. It actually wasn't that hard at all. But in doing this, you prove that you are a paladin of merit. It's good to have you at Bloodhoof Village. Man, if that's all it takes to be a paladin of merit, you better be fucking worried. You might have to raise the standard, man. You might have to raise it just a little bit. Mule Thunderhorn, poisoned water. Yes, I have the talents. Here you go. Here you go. You have done WoW-Pallytime. I will take these and bind their power into a totem of cleansing. So this is for the corrupted wells. We gotta fix them. We just hit level 8. I have crafted the totem to cleanse the Winterhoof water well. Now you must take it to the well and perform a cleansing ritual. The well is to the southeast, but be warned. Whoever did this may still be there laying in wait. So whoever corrupted the well could still be there waiting to ambush us. That's a little ominous. This may prove very dangerous. Be careful, but do not let the defilers of our wells escape. Okay, I'll do the best that I can, buddy. I'll do the best that I can. Just for you, I promise. And then we have one more quest to turn in.
Greetings.
Sharing the land. It is good that you have taken this task seriously. Respect of the land and its creatures is important. Death and life are a circle, a necessity. One cannot exist without the other. Take time to ponder this and do well to never forget it. What good advice! What good advice. We got a cloak out of it? I'm not going to wear that. It looks dirty. Until recently, a group of dwarves intruded on our lands to the west, carving the earth apart senselessly to search for treasure. When the very earth itself tore apart, the spirits of the land they had abused rose up and took their revenge. I don't know if that... did I just not read that right? The agitated earth spirits still roam the former dig site, Pallytime. We must offer them appeasement. Take this drum with you to the west and play to the spirits. The rhythm may calm their fury and confusion. So rather than just killing the spirits, we're going to try to appease them with the sweet, sweet sound of drums. Oh, yeah. This one is Morin Cloudstalker. You may have heard of the Venture Company. They are a goblin cartel, something like a tribe. While one of the cartels has joined us in the Horde, the Venture Company is loyal only to greed. These greedy goblins and their workers have tried to exploit the resources of Mulgore before to little success. One of our outrunners, Morin Cloudstalker, has gone to check the remains of one of the goblin caravans. If you wish to help him, follow the road out of the village to the east. So we're kind of being pulled in all directions at this point. We have something to the east to deal with the venture company. Then we have the remains of when dwarves were trying to dig the mountains apart looking for treasure, and they upset some spirits, and we have to go calm them down. There's some more quests to pick up, and I'll be doing that in the next video. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you all next time.